Hello, guess who and guess what? Well, the guess who is Robbie Susan Chandler. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Quincy, Florida, right outside Tallahassee, Florida. And I hold classes in my home, so if you live in the area, I'd love for you to come over and join me for a class. So today's card, or the what, is this lovely card made with a beautiful foil called Flower Garden Foils. And here, let me just go ahead and show it to you while we're talking about it. It comes in a pack like this, and it has 3 colors. This is the one that I used, and let's see, here's the name of the pack. It's Flower Garden, and the 3 colors are Cloud Cover, which would be the silver that you're seeing here, Pretty in Pink, which is the one that I used, and then also Strawberry Slush, which is this darker one. So you've got 2 shades of pink, and then and this is called Cloud Cover, but I mean you could use this for silver. So that's the pack of paper we're using, and it's gorgeous. Let me show you one other thing. It comes in 2 designs. One is this stripe, which, well, I can show you that in a minute too. And it's a stripe, and the other design is this flower design that you're seeing here. But you get 1 sheet of each in this paper, so you get two of the Strawberry Slush and 2 of the Pretty in Pink, 2 of that one, but 1 of each design, just so you'll know what's in that pack. So let's look at the inside of this card. When it opens up, you see this inside. Now this is from the paper tags bundle, the stamp and the die, and I'll show you those real quick. Here's the stamp set, and I'm really liking the stamp set. I've been using this cinnamon a lot, and then this one. And then the dies, so here's the one that I cut, and you would stamp it first and then cut it. But here are the dies, and you get this side, you get this large one, and then the one that I used to cut it out with, and then the rest of these. I pulled that one over here. Here it is. And here's the one I used to cut this with. And see, it cuts that little heart out of the middle too. So this is my inside piece, and this is Pretty in Pink ink. And then my front sentiment, Thinking of You, was stamped in Pretty in Pink, and it's from Beautiful Motifs. It was this one right here. So that's all the stamping that I did on this card. So let's look at all the other pieces and parts. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, starting with our base, it is the thick basic white, and I like to use the thick because it makes your card look so much more professional and thicker. And it's 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 3 and 7 1/4. And then you just fold these in like this, and then you have your card base. All right, the next level. This one right here. Well, let's do this one over here. That one is the one that has the flower design on it, and it's 1 1/8 by 5 3/8, and that's the one that goes here. And then the one on this side is 2 7/8 by 5 3/8. Now you notice it's the one with the lines, a little triangular design. Well, I took this piece and ran it through the cut and emboss machine with the damask design embossing folder, and look at that. Doesn't that really excuse me, change the way things look? So we went from this to this. What a difference, huh? Okay, so then I have this front piece, and you start with a white square that's 2 5/8 by 2 5/8, and then I cut a Pretty in Pink square that's 2.5 by 2.5. Now what I did to this piece is I cut this design out. Now this is a new set called, let's see, the name of this one is Beautiful Motifs. And let me pull it over. It's this die set. And in this die set, you get 1 die, this one, you pull them out. You get this one, which cuts this design, and see, I used it twice. And then you get this one, which will cut out that design. As you can see, I was playing around. And then there's a leaf one, and I'll show you that one in a second. And then you also get these nice floral pieces here. There's a one with these little pods at the top, and then there's this, I call it a fern leaf design. But let me show you some other examples of this. Here's another card I've made for a future class, and this, I used this one up here, and then this is the leaf one. This one right here. You see how you pop these out? It's a beautiful, beautiful set. I love what it does. Here's another one where I've used this one to cut the corners out. So those are just some other examples of things you can do with this. When I first got it, I wasn't real sure what to do with it, and now I've just gone crazy with it. I just really, really like it. Alright, so now that we've got that cut, let me get these out of the way. I pulled these up. Well, I Wink-a-Stellaed it first, but plenty of Wink-a-Stella on it since everything else is all shiny. You want that shiny too. But I pulled all these up, and then I adhered it to a white piece of paper, the white square. And you see how it's all fluffed up there. And then I stamped my sentiment. I just punched me a little sentiment with the classic label, but you can use any label die. This is retired now, but I found this quick and easy. And I just adhered it right here under these little lift parts, just like that. Alright, so here I have one put together. Here's our damask design on the front. The other piece on the side, I've got my cinnamon on the inside with the little heart. And then we're just going to put this piece on and we'll have our card done. So let's pop this on. And you have to be careful when you put this down. Make sure your points go up and not sideways, because it doesn't really work well that way. And I just put my dimensionals on one side because you want it to open. So I'm just going to line it up like this. Let's see, let's get it centered. And just pop that down. And there we go. Isn't that a beautiful card? Really simple, really easy. And you could use each of the colors in this pack and have 3 entirely different looking cards. So thank you for watching my video today. Would you please like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you need a demonstrator to order some supplies from, I would love to be your demonstrator. And I would love for you to be on my team. So until next time, happy crafting.